All right, so I'm going to walk us through how to complete an AtDove assignment. So I'm at my home page or my Google Classroom site, right? So I'm going to go to my classwork. I know that my AtDoves are going to be posted into AtDove, so I click on that. I'm going to look at this first one, and that is client communication. So I'm going to go ahead and open that. I can see that the due date is not until October 2nd, which is awesome. I know that it's out of 20 points. Here's my rubric pieces down here. So I can click and expand on that to see what it is that I'm being graded on. But that's not really where the confusion is, right? The confusion is, how do I even get this assignment completed? So there's a few different steps to this. I'm going to read the instructions though. So one, it says complete the following modules. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to complete the following modules. Which ones? Communication breakdown, okay. Email etiquette, awesome. Patient confidentiality, personality types, and common communication mistakes. Then, once I complete those, I'm going to complete the form 4 times. Form? What form are they talking about? Oh, there's a Google form down here that says AtDove analysis. Okay, so that's the Google form. I have to complete that 4 times. And then I'm going to also add the notes into my notebook. All right, cool. So I have a notebook that I have to do, and I have to complete this form, and I'm going to go to this website to do it. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to open up this AtDove website. As I open up the AtDove website, I also want to make sure that I bring my AtDove booklet with me, because I'm actually going to complete my AtDove booklet while I'm watching the video right after I watch the video, read it. So if I click open this AtDove booklet, um, I'm going to see where the title is at. So I'm going to see where that video title is at. I'm actually going to go ahead and write down my title for all 4 of the things that I have to do. So I have to do that patient confidentiality. I have to write down email etiquette, communication breakdown, personality types. So in my booklet, I'm going to write those 4 things down right away so that way I can keep track of it in my booklet. I'm not going to worry about this NAFTA skill right now, so I'm just going to leave it blank. But now if I look at this, I know I'm going to have to write a summary. I'm going to have to draw a picture, tell what the thing reminds me of, give tips for success, and then how is it important to animal health. So I know I do need to fill out these 5 components for all 4 of those either video or articles that I'm going to watch. So communication, email, patient confidentiality, personality types. Okay, cool. I'm going to get that. So I'm going to go to the website. Okay, so I'm at the website. Now I'm going to have to go ahead and go to Scrub In. So I'm going to click on Scrub In. That is not me, so I'm going to make sure that I am me. And I'm going to go ahead and scrub in there. Okay. All right, so scrub in, I'm all set. I can save my password if I want to. So it welcome who I am, and then I should have assignments already in here. This is awesome. Those are 3 of the 4 assignments that I need to complete. Also, up in the top right, you're going to see that you guys should only have 8 assignments. I have 75, but you only have 8 there. So I'm just going to go ahead and start with patient confidentiality. Or you know what? Let's do email etiquette because we've been talking a lot about email etiquette, right? So an email. So I'm going to click on email etiquette. All right. Oh, look, it is an article. So my first page that I have, I'm going to find the page in my booklet that's email etiquette. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to read all of this information. This is cool. It has a template in there. I'm going to read all this information. Once I'm done reading this information, then I go into my booklet and I'm going to summarize it. Well, what was the basic amount of information that they were talking about? Let me tie it all together. Then I'm going to draw a picture. Maybe I'm going to draw a picture of a computer screen with a little like email icon or something. Or old school Miss Leslie is going to draw an AOL thing and say like, you got mail. We then have, what does it remind me of? What does email etiquette remind me of? Well, kind of reminds me of writing a fancy letter, whatever it reminds you of. Then tips for success. Well, how are you going to be successful in writing using proper email etiquette? What are you going to do to remember it? All right, so this is how are you going to tell somebody to be successful? What advice, right? What advice would you give them? And then how is it important to animal health? Email etiquette, Miss Leslie, really? How is that important to animal health? Well, it's super important to animal health because if I'm writing an email and I don't write my email correctly, is that information going to get to the place that it needs to get to? Is all the information going to get conveyed? So that's what we're looking at for how it's important to animal health. Everything that we look at the AtDove modules comes back to animal health, because when we're in the industry, all our job is about making sure that the animal is healthy. And everything we do, any baseline communication, comes back down to that patient health. So absolutely, you guys can find a way to relate it back to animal health, okay? All right, so I've got my booklet. I read my thing, okay? So I'm done my booklet. I've read this already. You guys are going to notice right here I have this red circle with an edit symbol. That's my little quiz. So some of these questions may be on your assessment, and you can take these as often as possible or as often as you want. And it's cool because you get these little certificates at the end that you can then like print off and bring with you to a job interview and be like, hey, I have all these AtDove certificates. So first question, what's an important, appropriate way to end an email? We hope to, oh, thanks for coming in. No, I don't think let's get to happy hour next week is probably appropriate. We'll see you at dinner. Please leave your children at home. Probably not appropriate. Hope that you guys are doing well. I would say that's appropriate. Okay. And then true false, use a template for routine emails such as discharge and follow can be useful, safe, and save time. Absolutely. All right, so let's see. Hopefully I got them right. Yay, I got 100%. So you guys can see I got 100%. And then I can go ahead and view certificate. And then the certificate is going to let me know that I successfully completed it and when I completed it. And I'm going to go to this little down arrow button and I'm going to download that form, and I'm just going to let it sit. And when I download it, I'm actually going to change the name of it. So this was email etiquette. So I want to make sure that I know what it is that I'm saving. So I go ahead and save that as email etiquette. It's also down there for me, which is kind of awesome, right? So now I did my certificate, and I'm going to go back to my AtDove communication, my assignment. Okay, so I completed the AtDove, right? I read the article. I made my booklet page. I downloaded my form. So now I downloaded the certificate. So now I'm going to go ahead and complete this form. So I click on the AtDove analysis. This is for communication and client relations. I'm going to go ahead, last name, comma, first name. AtDove module. This was email etiquette. Session. I'm in session 2 because I have local in the middle of my day. Here it says upload certificate or of completion or booklet page. So I can do one of two things here. I can either upload this file and see how it's still in the bottom of my download bracket. I can just drag that in there, and I can upload it. Or if I'm doing this on my phone, or if I want to take a picture and upload, I can take a picture of my booklet and then I can upload my booklet page as well. Either one is fine. I don't mind whichever one you do, as long as you do one of them. And you do need to make sure you're doing your booklets, okay? And then how does this relate to current or past learnings? This relates to past learnings because we have been sending Ms. Alessi emails, right? Okay, and also you guys are going to be sending emails all the time for the rest of your existence. So then you just submit it and you're done with that part. Okay, so I'm just going to exit out of that. I'm back into the assignment. I'm going to start this all over again. So now I'm going to go back to AtDove. I already am still logged in. I did email etiquette, and so look, email etiquette is gone. It's not there anymore because I already did it. So now I can do a different one. How to properly remove exam gloves. That's not for this module, so I'm not going to worry about it yet. I'll do personality types and common communication. This happens to be a video. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to watch the video. When I'm done watching the video, what am I going to do next? That's right. I'm going to complete my page. Okay, so then I complete my page. When I'm done completing my page, I come back to the assignment. I need to complete the form again. So again, I type in my name. I type in now what AtDove module. Well, this was personality types and common communication mistakes. And I'm still in session 2. I'm going to do the same thing. So I'm going to add file. I can select from my device so I can find a picture, and or I can drag and drop, right? So we'll just drag and drop that one. Um, and then again, how does this relate? So personality types and common communication mistakes. Well, if you guys remember the other day, we just took those personality types. So that kind of goes into this, right? So we can look at given my personality type, my communication style is, and then keep going, right? So then go ahead and submit, and then you're good. So again, I just exit. I'm going to submit another response so I can do again. So I did email etiquette, I've done personality types, and I'm keeping them all tracked because I have them in my AtDove booklet. So I know which ones I'm doing because as I'm doing them, I'm putting them in the booklet. Once you're all done with all 4, then you're going to mark it as done and then do yes. So this will not automatically mark as done for you. You do have to submit it on your own. So once you're done with all 4, go ahead and click submit. And that is how you complete your AtDove modules. It's the same thing 4 by 4, right? So communication breakdown. So video or article 1, go to the website, watch or read, complete your booklet page, come back to the assignment, do your Google form. Then when you're done with your Google form, rinse and repeat, okay? Um, but that is all. That is all you do for your AtDove modules.